Good morning. I'm here. A little late, but I'm here. Oh, I was just getting this piece of paper down, and well, my daughter woke up this morning and like, I don't feel good. Okay, so I took both dogs out. So if I'm shaking, it's because I'm a little chilly. Oh my goodness, just a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, everybody's fed and watered, and second time out though, I didn't have my coat on because it was like, hey, what do you want for breakfast? And oh my goodness, yeah, that was cold. But the little dog, he goes out, he does his business, and he comes right back in. Yeehaw, you know. Okay, I do apologize. My desk looks like a bomb went off. I wasn't prepared this morning for well, the other things that might take place, you know, like dogs and daughters not feeling well. Anyway, so here we are, Tuesday again, and I'm Sandy from Lolly and Sand. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. For those of you who are watching for the first time, thank you. Remember to share, because on Tuesdays I do my draw. I do my videos on Tuesdays and and Friday at 10 a.m. You know, unless something comes up, that, you know, life happens. And that's pretty well it. So I am preparing the card for today. I'm gonna need that. Whew. Okay, I think I've got. Here, let's push all the stuff out of the frame, because who wants to look at that? The stamp sale's on today, 24 hours. Let me fix the lighting. It looks a little dark in one spot, or like over here, and it just could be because it's so dark outside. And make sure there's, oh my goodness, I don't like my desk isn't clean as I think it should be anyway. Yeah, the stamp sale's on. There's, I think, about 30 stamp sets that are on sale, and only today. So if you're going to place an order, I'll just do this first and I'll bring it back in. This is the host code you want to use, 377NUVAC, the only one I've been able to remember for a long time. And I don't know why, it's just 377 NUVAC. Makes sense. And you can get to the my online store through my blog, lollyandsand.blogspot.com. And there's a little shopping cart on the right-hand side. So you just go from there, and when you're prompted, you put in the host code. So anyway, yeah, the stamp sale. There are some that I don't have that are on sale, so I'm very excited. I don't have a lot of them, so it wasn't worthwhile for me to bring out the ones I do have. There's a lot of stamps in our catalog, as you probably catalogs, because now we have the holiday catalog, and you can't have everything. And if you do, wow, that's all I can say. Wow, that's crazy, man. All right, I think my phone's a little crooked. All right, that will do. So I don't think you can quite yet see the colors we're using, but I want to get to the draw, because I you know, if I leave it to the end, I might forget. So to get into the draw, you simply share my video, whether you're sharing it on YouTube or you're sharing it here on Facebook. And at the end, after, now we have appointments today, so sometime today I'll go back into the video and I will put in the dimensions of everything that I've used, and that will help. And yeah, that'll be good. And it will go on my blog eventually as well. Today, don't know. Okay, so anyway, here's our winner of the draw. And it's Carol A, also known as Carol Dot. Carol Dot, I will be sending out yours and everybody else's Prize Patrol goodie at the end of the month, which is coming up really fast. Really, really fast. It's crazy. Okay. Okay, still a little bit cold from being out without my coat on. So this is the stamp set that we're going to be using today. And it comes with dies, which are right here. So the stamp, this is the Beautiful Baubles, and the detailed baubles Thinlits. They're really pretty. I will show you in a minute or two. This is the die that we're using today. So I'll leave it out. I've already done the die cutting, but it's good to know. I do want to show you something. This is cool. This is a standalone die. There's no stamp that goes with it, but when you die cut it, you get this beautiful ornament, kind of lantern looking. So it's really pretty. And then these go with this. So you can stamp all of these at once. And this is what I'm going to be using today. And not die cutting, but I'll show you the dies. I haven't even taken them off. I only got this at our team meeting only. I won it at our team meeting. So I wanted to use it. Now I don't know. Yeah, it'll do it. Sometimes they're not the same size, but these ones are, which is cool. And what's next? Hey, Sonia, how's it going? Is it cold there too? I'm imagining out west. I'm thinking it probably is. I don't know. Anyway, you also get this large die, which is lovely because you can get a lot of goodies in here, including this really pretty bauble. We're going to be using this, so it'll be on the inside of the card. And then this die is really detailed. Haven't used it yet either, so this is exciting. But I will be using this set again on Friday at my 10 a.m. video, live video. Finish your sentence, Sandy. Okay, let's move some things aside and get to it. So at the beginning of the video, what I was doing was, you get a warm afternoon, we're going to get snow by the looks of things, and you have no sympathy for me because, you know why? Because you've already had snow. I'm sure of it. All right, so I digress. Okay, so here's the colors we're going to be using. Really beautiful color palette. I already have the sponges ready. Of course, I had to test this yesterday, but I was using the wrong paper. I wanted to use glossy paper, and for some reason I didn't. So Granny Apple Green, Bermuda Bay, and Coastal Cabana. They're so pretty. All right. And then under here is a piece of glossy paper. I think you can see it, but because it's white on white, it's a little hard to see. So if I do this, you can see it's glossy. And what I did is I just took a regular piece of paper, and this is my printer paper, and just ripped, because I want an uneven edge. You'll see why soon. Cross your fingers that this works, because I didn't use glossy paper and I don't know how it's going to turn out. So yeehaw, let's find out. I would like to set that aside. Okay, and I don't need the die right now. Okay, now I like to start with the lightest color, and to my eyes it's the Coastal Cabana. When you're using your sponges, and these are the Stampin' Up! Sponges, I literally cut sections out of it. So you get a lot of little sponges out of your big sponges. Are we centered? Not completely, but I do want to show you off to the side. I am not pressing really hard. You don't need to. When I did my sample last night, my fingertips were all, because I was like pushing too hard, they were all colored. Pretty colors, mind you, but they were all colored. So I've used my soap, hoping to, my special soap that gets ink and stuff off, hoping to take care of that. All right, so here goes. Now, when you start stamping, sponging or even using the brayer, start off the page and work your way in. That way, if you have too much glue, too much ink, I crack myself up. If you have too much ink, you will have already used some off to the side and not end up with a blob. So, it's making a funny noise, so that's kind of funny. Now this, I was inspired, and this isn't going to be identical, because the site I was on, I happened to see this card on a site from Japan. Stampin' Up! Is in Japan, and her card was so gorgeous, so ridiculously beautiful. Okay, not too much of everything, and I would like to go in now with the Granny Apple Green. So again, these are the new stamp pads. Opens like a compact. All right. It looks like it's going to be so dark, and then you see it's not really. What I found with the sample yesterday is I was, because I was too heavy-handed, and then I stamped it. It didn't have the look I wanted. Now, if you notice, I am going over the lighter color just a little bit. We're kind of blending them, but not really. I mean, we are, but we're not, if that makes sense. That makes sense. Alrighty, so now with our last color. And I just noticed, Bermuda Bay, that I have not put the label on the inside of 2 of these. Because when you see your stamp pads, honestly, they look the same. I did on the Granny Apple Green, and I haven't here or here. I will get to it. Okay, this is the right sponge? Yes, it is, because that's that sponge. Not to mix my sponges. You really don't, unless, hey, fluffies. Oh, that's part of my, oh, I was apparently a little heavy-handed. Some of my sponge came off. Oh, there it is. All right, next color. Now you can see that one is the most vibrant. Still going reasonably light. They almost look the same, these two. What I couldn't figure out is if I was to rip the paper or cut the paper. I decided on ripping because it would give more of an uneven border. So, I think I said this. You can share this if you're watching from YouTube as well. And one thing is, if you're liking, I didn't know this about YouTube, but you would need to, you can subscribe to my channel, Lolly and Sand, but apparently there's a little bell and you have to click on that to be notified of when a new video comes up, which should be twice a week. Last week I was a little behind the 8 ball, just a little, and didn't, more green, and I'll try to be more prompt, a little more timely. I really like when the green and the blue mix together and it gives this really pretty, I don't even know what color you call that, but it's really pretty. It may not be showing up on the video. Right now, when I look at over at my computer, it looks like a bunch of little stripes with some bright stuff. It's more than that, it really is. I was trying to avoid making like straight lines across, so at least I did it here. Oh, the other thing I want to tell you is when I did my first sample, I used cardstock. And then I went to stamp, because this area is going to be stamped, and it was too thick and I couldn't make a good connection with the paper. So do try to avoid doing that. You want to just use regular paper. Now it is coming up at the edges, but this is, again, one of those cards, and you know me, this is one of the cards that's you're gonna have like no 2 cards that look exactly the same. And I like that very, very much. Oops, hey, don't be moving. A little movement I don't mind. And again, since I wasn't using the glossy paper, I don't know what the end result's going to look like. So we're going to be surprised. Okay, last step. I'm going back into the lightest color. And I learned this from my upline. When you're all done with the colors, go back in with your lightest color and go over the entire area with your lightest color. I did not attach that very well, but it's a bigger piece, kind of half scrap. And let's not forget the bottom edge. This just kind of helps by doing this. It kind of helps put the, bring the colors together. Oh, I hope I didn't go over that corner too much. Let's find out. Nope. I was thinking that in this, you can see that, in that corner there, that I had messed up, but I don't think I did. Okay, so let's go with that. Again, every time you do this, and let's be a good stamper, every time you do this, it's going to turn out a bit different. And not only that, you can use different color combos. Like I was thinking, I could see, I know it's a little non-traditional. We are making a Christmas card, and I'm okay with it not being a traditional card. That works. All right. So I don't know who got to decide what colors we use. I am going to take the take up just a paper towel, or wait, I have my reusable cloth. Why don't we use that? And just go over the area and pick up any ink that might be in excess. Now this glossy paper is beautiful, by the way. It is so shiny. I do want this to stay put. I should have put maybe a little bit more on there. Now, the one thing I haven't decided is if I'm going to use Stays On or Memento. I guess I'm going to be surprised. I think I tried with both last night. I do have that sample. So this is what it looked like when I used just regular cardstock. And I think I actually used Tranquil Tide, and it was darker than I wanted, because here you really can't see it as well. So my recommendation is I would try to go light. Okay, try to go light. Oh, decisions. Okay, well, I'll try the Stays On. I mean, you don't get a second chance. I don't have this in my Stamparatus, obviously. Yeah, we don't need the rag in the picture. Okay. And this, for some reason, this is, if I'm going to get ink on myself, this is the one. I am going to do a little sticking to the paper quite a bit. And I don't want it, I really don't want it to lift up the paper, so I'll be careful. And I did not get good coverage there. And you know what I'm thinking? And you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I need to put something underneath. I should turn my head towards you so you can hear me. It's funny, both my kids and myself are all soft-spoken, so don't mind me if you can't hear me. I'll be reaching for something to go underneath. Okay, I found that something. Just a little bit of cush, basically. All right, decisions. I want to make sure that I'm in a good spot here. Well, let's just do it, right? What's the worst thing that'll happen? When you see it, the finished product, it's going to have, it might be different. All right, so I do want to stamp this a couple times, and I really want to get like a mixture of stamps on here. So for the first one, I will go right here. And I'm just looking for the top. I was looking for the top of the page, and I was also really hoping that I was stamping it straight. Sometimes when I use a big stamp like this is really weird. I don't know anyone else that does this, but I actually bring it to the edge of the desk and go like this with the whole thing across the edge of the desk. And you don't want to see that. You can't actually see the edge of my desk. Please get good coverage. It's terrible. Bummer. Okay, that's not the one we want to use then. Wow, it's going to look a little messy. So be it. All right, let's go back to Memento. But I do need to give this a wee clean first. Yeah, I don't like that at all. My bad. That's what happens when you figure out after the fact that you need to use a different color. Oh, interesting. Okay, and it's off here, but it will stay onto your ink pad. Failure. I can't believe I failed on a Tuesday morning. Let's try this one. I seriously doubt I'm going to be able to put this in the same spot, but excuse my hat, I'm going to actually give it a shot. Again, what's the worst thing that can happen? I just make it again. That's all. That's all. All right. Let's hope that this is better. I think I actually hear someone cutting their grass. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, I do think someone's cutting their grass. Okay. I'm going to go to the edge of my desk, hoping that I get a really good coverage. Okay, that's what happens when you stamp twice in the same spot and you're not using your Stamparatus. However, I've seen worse. So you get the idea of what I'm doing. The card itself is really pretty. Once it's done, that is. You'll see that soon. Okay, I don't want the pattern to be the same all the way down because that's kind of boring, isn't it? There. That's what it should look like. This is what happens when you stamp with Stays On first and then switch to Memento, trying to hit the same spot. It's not going to happen. See how close I can get in. There we go. I rarely watch my videos back, by the way. Rarely. When I do, I have the sound off because I'm just seeing what I'm doing. And my hands move a lot. Like a lot. Okay. Oh, I thought I inked myself there. I didn't. Just going to put a little bit at the bottom. It's not going to really look like anything, but I don't want to leave a blank spot. So I probably could have started those up a little higher. All right. So it could be prettier, so forgive me, but check out what it looks like under here. I don't want to rip anything. I don't believe you can actually rip the, by accident anyway, the glossy. Alrighty. There we go. And one more. The rest of the card is easy peasy. That wasn't difficult. Pardon me. Pardon me, good gracious. That wasn't difficult. It's just that I messed up. Okay, let's close our ink pads. Okay, next step. Let's stamp the inside. Checking. Yeah, I do have. 1 second. Let me clean my hands. It's no fun when you get ink on other parts of your card. So I have a little spray bottle. The baby wipes I use are not in reach at the moment. So going with this. Yeah, that bugs me that I did that. Seriously, if you were to redo it, it would take only minutes, so it's no biggie. Oh, here we go. I'm like, where's the inside of my card? And I have it already right here. Wow, that's exciting, isn't it? Wow. Okay. For the inside of the card, like I said, I'm going to be using this big bauble. I call it a bauble because that's what it says. And I'm going to try something. Let's try something, shall we? Let's get that off to the side. We don't need that. This is, remember, if you've watched my previous videos, and I'm sure you have. Wow, that's weird. It looks purple. Only because the photopolymer, if you use red, it picks it up. It stains it, but it doesn't affect your stamping at all. But when you put blue and red together, you get purple. No, not good coverage. You know what? I have totally need to get, okay, something under here. I see, this is why we test. So this is a bunch of large recipe cards. Let's see if this, oh, well, if you're doing a test, you need to put it under your paper, right? All right, let's give this a shot. Gads, my son has a dentist appointment at 11, so I better speed up this train just a tad. I actually want it to be light, so, and that's working. So apparently I needed some cush underneath, and I have it. So this is 3rd generation stamping. It's going to be very light, so don't be surprised. Very light. That's what we're looking for. But then I can go in. No, you know what? I am not going to do that. I am going to bring back the Memento. Memento. And this cute little stamp. And why don't I stamp it and then I'll read what it says. How's that sound? Good idea. I'm so full of good ideas, sometimes it hurts. And I'm totally joking. Okay. Hope you find beauty in the details of the season. Let's make sure. I'm just going to stamp it right about. I would like to be straight. I would like something to go right. Wouldn't that be awesome? There. That's the inside. So let's get back to this scrap. I messed up. Okay. Yes, I did. Okay, so this says Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. But I only want Merry Christmas, so here's the trick again. And we've done this before, so I'm pretty sure you're familiar with this. Take your washi tape. This happens to be the perfect size. This is, I think, leftover from last year's catalog, Occasions catalog. What you want to do is cover up what you don't want. And then I just use my fingernail and just push it down so it's not blocking my other word. And I don't think it is. But we'll do a test to find out. How's that? Memento again. You know what I did? I'll show you what I did. This is what I did yesterday. So I went, okay, got it. Didn't take the washi tape off. And you end up with that. But at least I know that I'm not on the words. So the proper way to do this is to take your washi tape off and hang on while I very carefully set that aside without getting anything on myself. I'm going to punch this out, so I don't really care if it's straight or not. That's the beauty of punches. There, beautiful. Merry Christmas. Blocking out the other word. I don't think I need that anymore, so that can go away. And we'll bring in the punch, which is right beside me. Can't see for looking. To use expressions like that, I have so many. I think they pretty well all came from my parents. So I will thank them for that. Thank you. All right. And then I don't want it to be this long because I'm doing a second backing. So you put it back in, slice it again. And then I am using, so one is Coastal Cabana and the other is Bermuda Bay. So I won't bore you with this part. You put them together, glue them together. Now with that die, let's get rid of everything I don't need, which is all that. Bye-bye. I die cut using our glimmer paper. What I really wanted to use was the silver foil paper, and it's on my order going in today. By the way, if you want me to place your order with your the stamp sets that are on sale, whatever you might want, let me know. Okay. Now, this is the step I often forget. So this is going to go on here, and this is simply going to go right here. The part I forget is to attach this. So, and by the way, there's two little dimensionals under here to lift it up, and I wasn't sure if this is the way I wanted it to be. So I attached to the shimmer paper is the galvanized galvanized metal paper. It wasn't shiny enough to be on its own, so I just put them together. Voila, what can I say? I would like a glue dot to hold this in place. Remember, the glue dots are on the inside. You just have to feel for them. I peeled that back just a tad far, let's say. That should be good. Oh, it's on my finger. No wonder I can't see it. Never try to rush, because you know what? It doesn't work. The dentist is only like 5 minutes away. It's just we don't like to be late, and I don't want that there. So I put the glue dot in the wrong spot. It's not nice to be late. Because my dentist runs on time, which is amazing. I think it's one of the many things I like about that dentist. Run on time. Don't keep people waiting. Our time is valuable. Your time is valuable. Okay, everybody get over. Now, to attach this, we're going to be sneaky. You can't see underneath here, right? So, I'm going to take a glue dot here. Rather than use the glue, whether it be the Tombow or the fine tip glue pen, there are ways to hide your gluing, and this is the perfect way. That will stay put. What I was aiming for is to have it overlap here, and I would say that worked. So, the other thing I was going to say is if you're watching on Facebook, you found me on Facebook, and you want to see more videos, the share helps because it's because of your wonderful shares that I can keep doing this. And you help my little business, of course. And there's more. I'm gluing this a lot, by the way. I want it to stay put. It's thicker paper than, say, the Whisper White. Yeah, sure help. So if you like the work I'm doing, even though I messed up today, forgive me. You like the work I'm doing, I have to flip this over as soon as I like where it's at. And burnish it, make it stay put. But not too hard because you've got that layer on under there of the little sparkly bauble. Then like my page, because when you like my page, you're notified of when I'm live. And I appreciate it. It's nice to know that I'm not alone. There's the outside. Last step. Find the inside, which we've already done, and glue it in, and voila. So thank you for popping in today. Very much appreciated. I've got sticky fingers now from the glue. That's what happens when I glue a lot. There. And if you haven't watched from the beginning, you can see how I made that so light, because that is this color. Just made light. There we go. So kudos to the demonstrator in Japan for making such a beautiful card. And I will be making this again and not having to double stamp, so don't use Stays On, use Memento on your glossy paper. That's a pretty Christmas card if you ask me. Anyway, gotta fly, gotta get going. So I will see you right here again Friday at 10 a.m. Oh, hang on, I did say I was going to bring that back. And there you go. That's all I have to say today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.